Huron University College, referred to locally as Huron College, is one of the affiliated colleges of the University of Western Ontario in London, Ontario, Canada. It was founded in 1863 by two Anglican priests and is the oldest affiliated college of the University of Western Ontario. Huron is also home to an Anglican seminary. Huron predates the founding University of Western Ontario by 15 years and acted as a founding element of the larger university. In the latter half of the 20th century, Huron evolved from its theological roots into an institution for those seeking a rigorous liberal arts education, along with small classes and individual attention from faculty. Huron College occupies traditional-style buildings on the west side of Western Road in the northwest part of the UWO campus. History. Huron College was founded on May 5, 1863 by priests Benjamin Cronin and Isaac Helmuth, as an evangelical low-church alternative to the high-church Trinity University in Toronto. The first class of 13 students were taught by Isaac Helmuth in the winter of 1863. The evangelical section of the Church of England obtained a charter for Huron College, under the name of the Western University of London in 1878. It has been a University of Western Ontario founding institution since 1878. William A. Jones designed an addition to Huron College's original property in 1891. Over one-fifth of Canadian Anglican chaplains who served in the First and Second World Wars were trained at Huron. A plaque was unveiled on the 11th of November 1997 to commemorate the lives of 18 Huron graduates who died in the First and Second World Wars. Its original property, known as Rough Park, occupied the block bounded by Grosvenor, St. George and St. James Streets. In 1951, Huron moved to its present location and has since seen a growth in not only student enrollment, but also in its residence facilities, classrooms, library, and faculty offices. Huron's Faculty of Arts and Social Science has been in partnership with the University of Western Ontario since 1956. An act respecting Huron University College was given royal assent on June 23, 2000. The name was changed to Huron University College on June 23, 2000. The Huron University College Corporation's arms, supporters, flag and badge were registered with the Canadian Heraldic Authority on September 15, 2005. Priorities. The strategic plan for 2005 to 2010 aims to nurture a sense of community respectful of individual differences and responsive to individual needs, to support an active student life which encourages the personal and intellectual growth of its members, and, through its chapel and theological programs, to affirm its heritage as an Anglican college. Programs. The areas of study offered by the Faculty of Arts and Social Science are as follows: Economics, Finance, Economic Theory, Center for Global Studies, Globalization Studies, Global Development Studies, Global Culture Studies, Global Gender Studies, English Language and Literature, English Contemporary, English Literature, English for Teachers, French Studies, French Language and Literature, French Linguistics and Literature, French Language and Linguistics, French Studies, French Language, French, and Francophone Literature, Chinese, Japanese and East Asia Studies, Chinese, China Studies, Japanese, Japan Studies, East Asia Studies, Jewish Studies. History. Atlantic World Studies in Imperialism, World History, Management and Organizational Studies, Accounting, Finance and Administration, Organizational Studies, Policy and Ethics, Management and Organizational Studies, Philosophy, Reasoning and Ethics, Religious Studies and Philosophy, Political Science, Globalization and Governance, State and Policy, Ideology and Identity psychology. The areas of study offered by the Faculty of Theology are as follows: Bachelor of Theology, Master of Theological Studies, Master of Divinity, Master of Arts. The Faculty of Theology has a student enrollment of 56 students in its Master of Divinity and Master of Theological Studies programs. The faculty includes Ingrid Matson as the Chair for Islamic Studies. Features and buildings. Rough Park, its original property, occupied the block bounded by Grosvenor, St George and St James Streets in London, Ontario. In 1951, Huron moved to its present location steps from the University of Western Ontario. Huron is located on the western side of Western Road, across from the centre of the University of Western Ontario main campus. The University Community Centre and the Weldon Library are also nearby. The administrative wing includes the Silcox Memorial Library, Great Hall and the chapel. The Valley Wing includes Yago Courtyard and classrooms. The Huron Dining Hall is steps from the Western Campus. Classroom W12, one of Huron's largest classrooms which holds 120 seats, is used for many first-year courses and larger lectures. The King's Mill Room in Huron's main building is used for larger events such as convocations and guest lectures. Chapel Huron is also home to the collegiate-style Chapel of St. John the Evangelist, which was built in the 1950s to replace the original chapel. The chapel has a seating capacity of 160 and includes a cassavant organ. There are also a number of Orthodox icons, including a 19th-century hand-painted Russian icon of the Holy Trinity. The chapel is open to students of all denominations. Silcox Memorial Library. The Huron University College Library is located on the main floor of the administration wing of the Huron campus. The library houses a 165,000-volume collection in the humanities and social sciences, as well as the Kimmel Family Information Commons, with 20 PC workstations and wireless access. Comfortable reading alcoves and private group study rooms are available in addition to personal study carrels. All registered students, faculty and staff at Huron and Western, as well as qualified guest borrowers, may borrow from Huron Library. Dormitories. Helmuth Hall is a co-ed residence and houses approximately 98 Huron students. O'Neill Ridley is a co-ed dormitory housing 185 Huron first-year and upper-year students. Southwest Residence is a suite-style residence building that houses approximately 56 first-year and upper-year students. Huron has 5 houses right on its campus that are available exclusively for upper-year student housing. 3 of these houses are located on campus, while the other 2 are on Western Road. Rough Guest House is located on the Huron campus and is available to visitors who require overnight accommodation at Huron, and is available to rent for corporate and private affairs. Principals of Huron. Isaac Helmuth, 1863–1866. William Wicks, 1866–1868. Isaac Brock, 1868–1872. Michael Boomer, 1872–1885. R.G. Fowle, 1885–1890. H.G. Miller, 1890–1895. B. Watkins, 1895–1901. C.C. Waller, 1902–1941. A.H. O'Neill, 1941–1952. W.R. Coleman, 1952–1960. W.A. Townshend, 1961–1962. J.G. Morden, 1962–1984. J.A. Trentman, 1984–1985. F.W. Bird, 1985–1987. C. J. Yago, 1987–1995. T. Fulton 1995 1996, D. Bevan 1996–2001, R. Lumpkin 2001–2010, T. Fulton October 2010 June 2011, S. McClatchy. Notable alumni: Peter Aceto, President and Chief Executive Officer of Indirect Canada; Alfred Apps, President of the Liberal Party of Canada since 2009; Paul Beeston, President of the Toronto Blue Jays; John Chapman, Anglican Bishop of Ottawa; J. Douglas Cunningham, Associate Chief Justice of the Ontario Superior Court of Justice; Michael Azenga, former President of the Liberal Party of Canada; Norman Elder, notable eccentric and Olympic competitor; Terence Finlay, retired Anglican Archbishop of Toronto and Metropolitan of the Ecclesiastical Province of Ontario; Charles Yargard, a former principal of Huron University College, former president of University of Northern British Columbia; Janice McKinnon, a former Saskatchewan Minister of Finance; Paul Macklin, former Member of Parliament; John A. McNaughton CM, former CEO of the Canada Pension Plan, member of the Order of Canada; Constantine Guzmegels, Greek-Canadian opera singer; Kelly Megan P., Canadian philanthropist; Peter Mercer, President of Ramapo College; Ian D. C. Newbold, University President, Richmond, the American International University in London; David Patchell Evans, founder of Good Life Fitness; Ruth Fellin P., Canadian food critic and author, contributor to the Toronto Sun; David Steinberg, Judge of the Ontario Superior Court of Justice; Alison Vuchnik, correspondent for Global Television; Louis Weatherhead, former president of the Canadian Dermatology Association; Frank Holmes, CEO and Chief Investment Officer for U.S. Global Investors Inc.; Galen Weston, Executive Chairman of George Weston Limited.